Hey everyone, it's Nella here with Finn for the third in the in-depth character videos. So, Finn Finnian is a living doll. I know I've probably mentioned that many times before, but I have to need a bit of explanation for why they're living dolls. Finn comes from the same universe as Fleur and Drew. He actually was made in a land that neighbors where there's a lot of Nixies, which is where Drew would have been raised. A thing about being in one of these lands that borders the Nixies, is that Nixies like to use their magic to play tricks on people, to exploit people, and to steal children. And actually just generally affect crops and farm animals, that sort of stuff. All that good stuff. So over the years, these neighboring lands have come up with a variety of ways to try and prevent Nixies from pulling the wool over their eyes. And one of the latest ones is living dolls that can see through glamour. So they can see through the illusions, they can actually see the magic. And Finn was bought by a merchant who had two other living dolls. These three's a nice number. Finn called the merchant Pappy, and he called the two other dolls his brothers. Finn's actually considered defective because, as I'm pretty sure I've mentioned before, he actually acts about too much like a human. I mean, he named the merchant who owned him Pappy. And he also experiences emotions, which shouldn't be possible for a living doll. It's not supposed to be possible. And his one ability, seeing magic, he has a lot of trouble controlling that. Though he does actually have his magic eyes in today. They're pale blue with blue pupils instead of dark blue with no pupils. Don't know why I said pupils, it's pupils. Whatever. So Finn is usually very theatrical, he's very excited, very excitable. But before he came to the curiosity shop, he did not have the most wonderful life. Finn wanted to play with kids his own age, so kids that were close to what age he resembles. But of course, as he's a living doll, Pappy went, "No, you can't have presents. You're a doll. Get back to work." And one day, when he was at a marketplace, the Nixies, this actually needs a bit of background too. Nixies are understandably quite angry about all the new preventative measures, and they periodically will send out raiding parties to marketplaces where they think living dolls are either being made or used, and they will break stalls, steal, and set things on fire. Just general sort of terror. And it was during one of these raids that Finn saw one of his older brothers literally torn to pieces in front of his eyes. Finn was frozen in fear, but thankfully his surviving older brother grabbed him by the arm to bring him back to Pappy. After that, Pappy decided that living dolls were just not worth the hassle. And so Finn's surviving older brother was quickly sold, but as no one wanted a defective doll, Finn kind of just stuck around for a while. And it was the story of actually how he was bought is quite interesting. Miss Celeste, the shopkeeper, had left the curiosity shop to go and find more things to sell in the store. And as she was walking through this bazaar, she managed to snag one of the braids of her elaborate updo on like, you know, one of the hooks of a stall. So she was completely tangled up there. And Finn came running out from underneath a different stall. Said, "Oh, I can," he goes, "Oh, stay still, I can help." Clambered up the pole, and sure enough, carefully untangled her. Miss Celeste noticed the price tag on him, which Finn thought was a weird bracelet. And yeah, so Miss Celeste bought him and brought him back to the curiosity shop. At the curiosity shop, he has a much more pleasant life. Yes, Drew, as she was raised by Nixies, absolutely hates him. But Finn finally has a sibling who sees him as a sibling. And that would be Fleur. Fleur has taken upon herself to be his older sister, and to show him the ropes of living and to be supportive of him in all he does. And yeah, their relationship is really sweet. The only photo story that I've done recently was actually Finn being rather magpie-like. Finn is actually a lot like a magpie. If it's shiny and bright and colorful, he's going to want it. And as Pappy didn't ever let him have any toys, it's really exciting for him that now he's at the curiosity shop and he's allowed toys. Not only is he allowed toys, he's given toys. He also, in his explorations of the curiosity shop, often finds various types of clothes, so his clothing style really varies on what he's found that day. Yeah, but the only photo story I've done recently was Fleur and Finn playing with dolls, which was ridiculously cute. One last quick note about Finn. As he is a living doll, he has, a company mark from his, well, not a company mark, but, like a maker's mark on the back. And this video is mirrored, but the number 353 is actually which number of Pharaoh Finn is. He's the 353rd Pharaoh that was made. And the butterfly wings are actually because he came with a temporary tattoo of a butterfly on his calf. And I really like the idea of a butterfly as the symbol, so there we go. Okay. Bye, everyone.